What's up guys, welcome back to another video on the WolvesAgenda YouTube channel. And sorry it's been a while, I just haven't got around to doing a video, but they'll be back to the schedule that it should be. No, I'm going to be starting a new series. This will be every Thursday. Obviously this one will be up Friday, but apart from that it'll be up every Thursday from next week. It's called Wolves Weekly Transfer Roundup. Obviously this is the first episode, so it only if there's transfer activity that week, then I'll do one. If there isn't, then I'll go back to a normal video. But obviously this week I've got quite a bit. Well, this isn't just from this so for the first episode. This transfer roundup isn't just from this week, but from next week it will be, from just the week in between. So the one next week, if there is one, will be from today all the way up until next Thursday before the video is recorded. Anyway, let's get into it. So this video might be a bit longer than usual because we have quite a bit to get over, but let's just get into it. So the first thing is Ruben Vinagre. Now, obviously, we all know what club he's gone to, which is Sporting Portugal. You can pretty much guess where the club is based. So now that's because we have brought in Ryan 8 Nori as well, who I mentioned in my last video. With the signing of him, that means that Vinagre went out on loan with an option to buy. Or I think it's either option or obligation, I think. But yeah, I can't. But yeah, it's basically been confirmed that Vinagre won't be staying at Wolves. He doesn't have a future here with the signing of 8 Nori, because that means we now have 3 left backs, which are Johnny, Marcel, and Ryan 8 Nori. But you don't need 4. Vinagre was good for us though. But I think that 8 Nori will be a lot better than Vinagre, and yeah, overall Vinagre, he doesn't really have a future at the club anymore. So yeah, the next one is another left back, but he's from the academy, which is Ryan Giles. Now he's quite young, early 20s, 21 I think. He's had a few loan spells over the last few seasons. He's been at, I think he was at Rotherham last season. He's just gone on loan to Cardiff, and I reckon the plan is that either they want him in the first team, Large wants him in the first team maybe, or they're going to try, or they loan him out to good championship clubs to improve him and then sell him for a bit of money in the future to a good championship club, so then they can put that money towards the first team, which it's a good way of doing business, I think. Although when I've seen him, he has looked good. So I would like to see him play for the first team, but if Fosun just want to grow his value up and then sell him, then I'm completely fine with that. Tell me what you guys think of that in the comments. Whether you would like him to play for the first team, or whether you don't mind him going out on loan or going out wherever, or leaving the club permanently. The next one, okay, so we might get through this quicker than I thought initially, but the next one is, now this is the main one. There's 2 main ones. This is the first main one, and that is Wolves goalkeeper former Wolves goalkeeper Rui Patricio. Obviously, as you know, he was our number 1, number 11, but number 1. You get what I mean. He was our number 1 for 3 years. So he signed for us our first season back in the Premier League from Sporting Portugal, where Vinagre's gone, and he has recently joined Italian side AS Roma. Now, personally, at first I wasn't too sure what to think of this, because I didn't know who we'd bring in as a replacement, which understandable really. I wasn't sure whether the replacement would be any good, or I do, because Rui's been a vital part in our season, in our previous 3-4 seasons, 3, yeah. in our previous 3 seasons. Like he's been a very vital part. But last season wasn't his best season. The amount of mistakes he made, you know, he could have prevented a few of those goals that we conceded last season. But overall, the 3 years that he was here, he was very good. He was probably the best keeper that we've had at the club in history. And obviously, the next one is his replacement, Jose Sarr, who has recently come in from Olympiacos. He's a lot young, so obviously, he's Portuguese. He's 4 years younger though. Rui Patricio was 32. He is 28. Yeah, he looks to be good. He's made a couple mistakes at Olympiacos, but all goalkeepers do. I think he could be a really good fit for us. Obviously, I don't know how he'll perform in the Premier League because the Greek league and the Premier League are two massive different leagues. Like they're nowhere near close in terms of class and in terms of level. But we'll just have to see if it doesn't work out, then the club will sell him. Simple. But he seems like a nice guy, so I hope it works. We'll just have to see. The next one is Ecuadorian striker Leonardo Campana, who obviously we bought him for quite cheap. He was quite young. He still is young. Last year he was sent out on loan to Portuguese side for Malacao alongside with Vinagre last season, as well as Jordao, but he's now gone on loan to Grasshoppers, who is also owned by Fosun. So basically, we kind of their feeder club, if you know what I mean. Like we send a lot of our players that we want to get rid of on loan to them, which it's a good way of doing it, I guess. Like we did that with Toti Gomez. We bought him, sent him straight on loan to Grasshoppers. He's there for another season, as they got promoted last season back into the Swiss First Division as well. But yeah, it's good. Hopefully he does well there, scores a few goals, and then who knows, he may even make it into the first team himself in a few years' time. I just don't know. And the next one is a player who I mentioned in my last video, Bender Guzbola. I still don't know how to pronounce the name. I'm only guessing that's how you pronounce it. Once again, but in my last video, it wasn't confirmed that he was signing. Fabrizio Romano said that we were signing him, and recently it's been confirmed that we have signed him, in fact, which we have. Now, for starters, he is Hungarian, which you probably already know. Once again, he's quite young. He was part of the Hungarian squad for the Euros, and now he's also been sent out on loan to Grasshoppers to get a bit of game time there. And I reckon he's one that will look to grow and get a bit of money for. Like to be honest, I can't see him being anywhere near the first team. Well, he might maybe be in the under-23s, the academy next season. But we'll just have to see. Time will tell. And now finally the last player. Okay, so I've kind of underestimated how long this video will be, so I might go through a couple transfer rumours as well that I think could be interesting, as well as I've reported them on the Twitter page and on our brand new Facebook page, which I'll leave a link in the description to, as well as our Instagram. They've all been reported on there if you want to go check those out as well. I leave the sources in there, so you can go check out their articles on the player and see what your thoughts are on it, and tell us in the comments of that post or on here. Anyway, the last one is Dion Sanderson. Now, he obviously impressed last season, playing for Sunderland in League One. They made it to the playoffs, but they got eliminated to Lincoln in the semi-finals, which is a shame. I mean, he got John Sanderson. He wasn't playing in that. I think he got injured, so he came back. But yes, Sunderland fans seem to love him. And now he's signed a new 4-year contract with the club, and had been sent out on loan to Birmingham City of the Championship. I hope he does well there as well, because once again, he could be someone that makes it into the first team depending on how well he does. I'd like to see him. I quite like him. There'll be a chance to watch him on the TV when Birmingham are on the TV. If you want to check it out, probably be on Sky. Yeah, it'll be on Sky. So when they're on the TV, I'll definitely be watching him to see how he does there. I hope he does this. I hope he does as well, if not better than he did at Sunderland, because it's quite nice to see a lone player doing well for their lone club. So yeah. Anyway, so that was all the list of the transfer updates. But so we're gonna move on to a couple rumours. I know it's over 10 minutes, but I want to kind of stretch out the video a bit longer. First one is, well, the main one, Rafael Leao of AC Milan. The Portuguese, he's Portuguese, he's 21. He can play either left winger or he can play striker. Sorry, my mind went blank then. He's mainly played striker at AC Milan. Obviously, he's known last season for the quickest goal in Serie A history, which was 9 seconds, which is just astonishing. Like, I don't know how they managed to do that. They clearly did it straight from kickoff. It was actually a good goal though, but apparently, so the rumours are we've put in a bid of 25 million euros for him plus 3 million in bonuses, and they're in talks now. He'd be quite an interesting one, but however, he'd only be signed if we sold Daniel Pedence, in which in the past couple of weeks, he has been linked with a move to former manager Nuno Espirito Santo. He's been linked with a move to him and a move to Tottenham Hotspur. So we'll have to see what happens there. A new one that was reported today is that Liverpool and Manchester United are interested in winger Pedro Neto, which doesn't make sense considering his injury. He's injured until October, so they can sign him, but he won't pass his medical, and there's no point signing him if he's not going to play until at least October. Maybe a bit early, but it could even be a bit later. And then the final thing for tonight is striker Patrick Caccioni, who obviously you saw him, if you watched, you'd have seen him play at the weekend. He looked alright, but there was a few chances there that he should have scored. But recently, today, his agent posted on Instagram, working for the future, which indicates that they are working on a move out of the club, which, I don't blame him, to be honest, because we really haven't played him at all. We really haven't treated him well. But he keeps posting these little timers on his Instagram, suggesting that he, really desperately wants to move away from the club. I don't know where he'll go. There's been links with Sampdoria, but some more Italian clubs, but it's been reported that in order to afford him, they'll need to sell a few of their players first. So it all depends on whether they sell players or if anyone else wants him. Anyway, that will do it for this video. You can join me back on Sunday for, I don't know what it'll be yet, I'll decide that, but you can join me back on Sunday for the next video. And yeah, overall that's it. I'll leave the link to our new Facebook page in the description, as well as all the other social medias which will be in there and so on. But yeah, other than that, that's it. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.